I'm Ben Humber, rage angler and predator addict. I've caught fish right across the country. There's no species I won't target and no tactic I won't apply to catch them. I love a challenge, and that's exactly what the plan is here. This is your chance to set me a fishing mission. Welcome to Rage Mission Impossible. Let's do this.
Steve?
Hi mate, how you doing?
Okay mate, not bad. Just babysitting. I don't know if it's babysitting, if it's your own son though, but I'm babysitting.
Well, you're probably too tight to pay someone to babysit, aren't you? So no, I don't think it's babysitting, just looking after your own child, mate.
Yeah.
How are things, alright?
Yeah, not bad mate, not bad.
Good,
not
good,
bad.
good. You know why I'm ringing, don't you?
Because you want to have a little meeting with me somewhere tomorrow.
Well, we're scheduled in, aren't we, for this next Mission Impossible, but as you'll have noticed, I haven't given you a mission yet, so...
No.
So you don't know what's going on. So... Sorry?
Not doing it in the morning, no?
Not doing it in the morning, we're doing it now. I thought I'd be kind and not do it on the bank, so you've got a little bit of time to think about it, because it's a bit of a complicated one. Do you want me to sock it to you now?
Go on then, hit me with a kidney punch, tell me.
Cool. Right, well, we've had... this was off Facebook. One of the guys responded to our post a while back about a new challenge for you. And it is, you've got to go and catch 5 fish.
Right.
Straightforward enough for a guy your skills.
Oh, yeah, no problem. A bit of maggots.
But it's got to be on 5 different lures. And the difference with those lures is the size. So we go from the biggest replicant down to one of the smallest micro lures, and that would be 3 lure sizes in between. So, and that's across 2 different venues, only 2 venues. So basically, you've got to get your head around this and get a plan sorted out for very early tomorrow morning.
I think we might have some driving to do, Steve. so we got to do 5 venues, 5 fish, 2 venues, biggest lure to the smallest lure, with 3 lures in the middle. Is it just pike or perch or both? It's got to be both.
Wasn't stipulated just any species, so it could be chub and
could be
zander, but you haven't got any zander around, have you?
I'll be driving for a couple of hours. All right. Ready? So, right. Okay.
So you get your thinking skates on. You've probably got about 12 hours, I would say, until we meet up down by you. So what you need to do is have a think about it. You need to get to bed, get some sleep, mate, get your energy levels up. But you also need to let me know where we're meeting in the morning for the first one. So if you text me later, let me know where you think we should start. And that's the challenge, mate. All right?
Right, well, I know for one thing, I'm going to try and do those biggest lures first.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Get them out of the way.
Yeah, that's the biggest lure for around here, that is. Yeah, so, we'll do that. I'll let you know, but we're going to do that. We're going to try and... I'll do the biggest lure first. That's what I can tell you now, Steve.
Okay, cool. Right, well, you get back to your babysitting. Text me, let me know where you want to meet up, and I will see you first thing in the morning before the sun comes up. All right, mate?
See you on the bank. Don't be late.
Okay, cheers, Ben.
Cheers, mate. Bye,
see you later. Bye.
Bye.
So, here we are, first venue, first thing in the morning. It's just starting to get light. Steve's put his big bright light on me so that we can get some light. And we've got the challenge. Thank you for that last night, that was much appreciated. And we're going to be I'm going to be trying to catch. Right, it was 5 fish on 5 different lures, from our biggest lure down to our smallest lure, as in Fox Rage lures. So that's my challenge. I'm allowed 2 venues which I'm allowed to fish, and if I don't catch from a venue at all, like the first venue I might not catch here, I might not. If I don't, then I can go on to the next venue, but as soon as I catch a fish, I have to catch from that venue. I could catch 4 fish from one venue and 1 fish from another. Is that right, Steve? correct? But I can't catch all from one venue. That is the gist of it. I've got lures everywhere. I've got lots of lures and I've got plenty of rods and all sorts of bits and pieces because I don't know what they're going to go for. This is probably one of our longest and biggest lures, as you can see. So great big paddle tail on it, the realistic pike. That is probably what I'm gonna, either this or probably the shallow replicant. I'm gonna probably go for one of the two in the first venue because it's a big venue, and that's probably what I'll go for. And then depending on where I go next, I'll probably go on Pro Shad. Ready rigged, 15 gram. It's great for the drains on the Somerset levels and the rivers. 15 grams great. Again, it's got a hell of a wobble to it when it goes. That is a pike catching machine, that lure on its own. Don't have to do a lot, straight retrieves and away you go. So there's been loads of rain at the weekend. We're midweek now, but it takes a while to seep through the ground on the Somerset levels, and I just know everywhere is going to be coloured. So spiky shad, fantastic lure, covered in nodules, and a red head is an absolute classic. You know it's been seen. You catch perch on that size, but yeah, either way, it's 7 gram jig head, so I've put that jig head on there. 7 gram jig head just means it gets a really nice slow drop, so you get a lot of fish on the drop on that lure. Those ones, and also the normal replicant as well, you know, these are fantastic. But those are probably my pike ones. My aim is to try and get 3 pike, I think. If I can get 3 pike, that'd be fantastic, and then I can switch down to the perch. Perch should be okay, I hope. You really can't beat these little Xander Pros in 7.5 centimetres. Absolutely brilliant. They are perch candy. And then I'm sure you've seen me using these in lots of videos and things before, but a 2 gram jig head with a micro spiky in lemon tiger, that one, but in any colour, to be honest. I mean, they're absolutely brilliant for catching little perch, and they should be easy to catch today. I mean, I shouldn't have to worry about that too much. And that's it really, that's my plan of attack for the day. Yeah, with fishing you can't really plan too much, because if you plan too much you can quite often not adapt to what's going on, or not be willing to move or change venues and things like that. So today I'm willing to adapt and change anything I need to do to be able to try and complete the challenge before it gets dark. So we've got a whole day at it. Who knows, they might be on, they might not be. Either way, we are going to flog some water until we try and complete this challenge. You ready, Steve? Steve's ready. So I think that's us. I think we're going to give it a really good crack, go for it, and I'll be gutted if I don't complete the challenge, because I'd love to get 2 out of 2 challenges complete. So, you ready, Steve? Yeah, let's do this. Well, here we are, first thing in the morning. Got a big rep on, big replicant. It's the biggest replicant we do. And this is gonna start my lure challenge for the day. So, we'll see what happens. Plenty of fan casting. Polaroid glasses on so you can look out for any follows. A bit of luck, that's what we need. It's quite shallow out there at the moment, so the shallow replicants, you can't really get them to go much below 2 foot below the surface. You can stop and they will sink, but they don't do a lot when they sink. They're not like our normal replicants where the tail will go. They'll kind of just waft down a bit, which you can still get hits, but it's that shallow and there's a lot of weed out there. I'm just going to do slow, steady retrieve with the odd pause. Just keep that rod down low. Just keep looking to see if any fish follow. So with this big replicant, I think it's only pike I can get out of this reservoir. It's a big reservoir, and we've had a really long hot summer. The levels have dropped really low on it, and it's just not been fishable. And when the levels are that low, you shouldn't be fishing for the pike anyway when they go down that low and during the summer. So we just literally had some cold frost now. Water's pumping back into it. There should be some fish around, and we're going to try and start this challenge by getting a pike on this lure, because it's probably going to be the hardest one to catch on at the moment, I think. So if we can get a pike on this lure and then maybe the next lure down, and maybe we can just judge where we go from there. So I'm just scanning the water as I'm fishing, just seeing if I can see any little roach or silverfish topping, any cormorants feeding, any grebes diving, anything which is a bit of a sign of life which I might be able to target with this lure. I've gone for that supernatural perch, Steve, because I am hopefully matching the hatch, because there's lots of perch in here. You'd be doing very well if you happen to catch one the same size as this lure, but there's lots of them in here. So hopefully using this natural replicant colour is matching what they will be feeding on in here anyway. So that's the plan. They probably only get a very quick glimpse at it before they strike, but hopefully that little quick glimpse is enough to just make them strike. That's the plan anyway. So I've had a few casts here. Just get the braid bedded in and get a feel for the lure in the rod again. And now I'm just going to go a little bit further up around the reservoir. There's a couple of people dead baiting, so I don't want to get too close to them, but I'm going to go up above them, and it's a bit shallower, and this is a shallow replicant, so hopefully the pike won't have to move far to be able to hit this. It's still also in the shade quite a bit with the sun coming up, so I think that might work in our favour. So we're going to go up there, see if we can get one. So we haven't had any signs of life yet. We haven't had any plucks, any follows, any pulls. As you work this way on the reservoir, it does actually get quite shallow as well, which is ideal for that lure. But it's only 4 or 5 foot deep at the moment, it's so low. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to skip round those deadbait anglers and head back down to where we should be able to get about 10 or 12 foot and give that a go. Try the same lure, obviously, it's the big lure, and then just see how we get on, but in a little bit deeper water. Haven't seen many signs of silverfish up this side at the moment, so they may have dropped back in the deeper water as well. So that's the plan. Going to give that a good crack, see how we get on. If I don't catch here, it's still not classed as one of the venues because I haven't caught. So then it's plan B. But I want to win on plan A. So let's see. Well, mission impossible. Challenge Ben. Mission impossible. It is proving to be impossible. I've had no follows, no hits, no nothing at all. Yeah, I know it's received a fair bit of pressure recently because the conditions have been good, but I would have thought I would have taken off about 2 pike today, hopefully on 2 different size lures. That was the plan. Yeah, there's no teeth marks in any of the tails, there's no telltale plucks, I haven't had any follows with the Polaroids on, and covered a fair old bit of water. So, which means this isn't my venue because I haven't caught here. So I've still got 2 venues to catch the fish from. So I'm going to walk back to the car now and go to plan B and see if I can, well, I'm going to get to plan B and assess it. It could do perch, it could do pike. Can't really tell till I get there and see if there's any silverfish around or just see how the water's looking, but that's the plan. No time to talk, Steve. We need to go to the van. Let's go. So here we are, we're at a local drain about 15-20 minutes from the last venue, and in effect, because I didn't catch at the last venue, this is my now my first venue, because I didn't catch a fish. So it's not like you have to catch one all off one venue. This is the first one. So I've got the pike rod ready there from the last venue, but I'm just quickly doing up, just putting a fresh fluorocarbon leader on this rod, because if I get down there and I see some perch moving or anything like that, then I want to straight away be able to be on them, and to be able to do that I need to be ready. So I'm just literally 2 gram jig head, Fox microfry, lemon tiger. The water's coloured. I've just walked up the road and had a look, and it's really coloured. So you can either go 2 things with coloured water. You can go dark, really dark, and believe it or not, it stands out really well, or you can go really bright. And I just catch so many fish on the lemon tiger that I have confidence, and confidence is most of it with all fishing. I am confident in that little lure. So we'll see what the flow's like when we get down there. I won't just say that's all I'm going to use. I'm going to assess it and see, but I'm not going to start on that straight away. Perch by right should be easy, not easy, but easier to catch than pike on a great big lure. So we'll see. That's the little one there. Jiggle. And I've just got that on a little 3 to 14 gram rod, and that's one ready to go. Put that one up there, and then it's like one extreme to the other. So then we've got this realistic perch. You can see that tail, it literally just, it throbs away, Steve, and that just brings all the big girls running or swimming, as the case may be. So yeah, that's the lure I have to use, because that's our biggest replicant. So I'm going to work that along the margins to start with, and just do steady retrieves along the margin and hope there's some just led up there which are just willing to bolt out, which is how the pike are feed anyway. They'll just be led in those shallows on the inside line more often than not, and then they'll bolt out. So that is the plan, and this is my first venue, and I really need 2 pike. Otherwise it's plan C, which I'd have to make up because I haven't got one. So it's plan B or bust. Right, let's go, Steve. No time for this filming lark. Let's go fishing. So I'm just doing just close in either side of the margins before I start really working up and down, just in case there was any pike lead there. Got to be really careful, because a lot of what you stand on and these is just floating dead weed, and it can just give away at any time, so you've got to be very careful. It's November and you're still picking up loads of bright green weed. Just shows the summer we've had. Crazy summer. No, not much clarity at all. No silverfish topping. I'm not sure what I'm stood on. Doesn't feel safe. Let's try one across. That's the one. Oh, I would have bet money on that. That was right under the back of the bridge. I wouldn't do it again if I tried. I don't think. It was literally halfway under the bridge, all the way down there. Oh yeah, I did it again. Ooh. Oh. Great. The line went through brambles. There's a boat coming up. Never even seen a boat on here in my life. Oh. Snap up. Ah. I've never seen a boat on here in my life. There's one coming up. So the change of plan. Couldn't get any follows or anything on the big lure. I'm not sure for what reason. And I could pretty much fail that challenge and show you no fish, which is obviously not ideal. So what I've gone is I've gone for the next lure down, which I'm going to use, which is the Pro Shad. Pre-rigged, ready, 15 gram jig head, easy. Just clip it on, where you go. But they got a great action, real wobbling, kiting action, and they got a great tail on them as well. And it's really coloured and they're quite silver, so gonna give that a go, fingers crossed. So just the idea was to work this Pro Shad up through the inside line, really, because there's a bit of a shelf on this river where it's only 3 foot deep, and at this time of year it's always clear. However, it's not today, and it's full of cabbage and everything. Where we've just had that it's November, mid-November, and it's just loads. So I can't fish that inside line, so I'm just going to keep fan casting, looking out for any silvers scattering, and just fan casting out to the middle, just doing a straight retrieve, every now and again pause, every now and again, yes! Oh, this feels so good. Now, we have one on. Have I completed the mission, Steve? I haven't, because this is the first one. Here we go, lovely little pike. Whoa. There we go. Lovely. Whoa! We have a jumper. We have a jumper. So just going to carefully get that one in the net now. It's quite well hooked, so it should be fine. Okay, and that one's in. Hook the tail on. Rod down. Fish securely in the net. Results. Okay, so going to get this one just onto some soft ground there, unhook it, have a quick look at it, and then get her back. Yes! There we go. Really lively one, so I'm going to keep her really low and then get her back as quick as possible. But we're off the starting block, so now time to change lures and see if we can get another pike, maybe even a couple of perch. So we're off the mark. First pike, which is great news on the pro shad. So I've just spiky shad, absolute classics, really visible in this water. I think we did have rain at the weekend, but there's been tugboats going up and down. I don't think I've ever seen tugboats on this river or drain or whatever you call it in my life, but they're desilting and they're going up and down, up and down, up and down. So I think that might be the reason why it's so coloured as well, but their boats are moving up and down and we've had rain go in. So my next lure choice is a different size lure, and it's going to be for the spiky shad in redhead. I mean, redhead lures are a classic in coloured water and just in general anyway. You can just see they're so bright. Hundreds of little nodules on there which give out all the vibrations. So I'm hoping keep doing exactly the same. Casting out, feeling it down, getting a feel for the depths and the bottom. Slow retrieves with little pauses. And then hopefully can try and catch another fish. And we'll be making some headway then. I find it quite good when I'm reeling in, so I cast out, close it quick as I can, and then just watch that braid. You can watch it or you can count it just to see how far it goes down. And you got an idea where the bottom is. Give it that quick whip, just so you don't just pull it straight into snag. And then just a nice slow retrieve. And then you can stop, watch the line, see how quick it hits the bottom again. If you do that on a few casts, you can actually tell how far you're working your lure off the bottom. So you're bringing it back. If I stop, bang, it's on the bottom. A couple of reels. And your lure's going along, down, and quite often pike I find maybe a foot, 2 foot off the bottom. So when you're doing that, all you're doing is just basically just bringing it straight in that zone where they are naturally led, and they don't have to use an awful lot of effort at all just to grab it because it's already in their zone. They don't have to come up really high in the water, or they don't have to try and scoop something straight off the bottom. So you can just work it like that. And then what you can also do is where you've done your stops and your pauses, you can then get a little tap then. You can then get a little bit of a feel for your lure and the weight and the retrieve, and you can get away with doing slow retrieve and then stop halfway back once, and then you can make sure that you're just bringing that lure along that line. When you're getting close, always give it that little pull in case you're getting a follow. Yep. Oh, took it on the drop. Do you see that? Get with the program, Steve. Yeah, literally, I was reeling that one in, and I was just pausing it. It was just on the drop, and the way it went, just get a single pluck. When you get those single plucks, you got it real quick. Ooh. Okay fish, got to be really careful because the margins are they're boggy. I'm going to have to just slide this one in the net, I think, hopefully, and then rest it. Feels a better fish. Actually, I'm going to move back here and get it into this bit here, Stevie. Yeah. Hear that noise? That noise is music. There's your spiky. Don't. Whoa. It's got its head in weed, so it's stopped moving. Come on. There we go. Is it in? It's got a bit of weed on it. It's in. Spiky shad.
2 on the board.
I got 2 on the board. Good. That was good. I'm happy with that. Lovely looking fish. Nailed in the size of the scissors. Cast down the line, reel, stop, and on the stop, in your mind, you know the lure's going like that, and it'll feel like someone's flicked the end of your rod tip. If you don't do anything, they quite often grab and go, and then you feel, oh, I think I had a knot then. When you feel that flick, I find just real quick and push into it. There's a fish there, and you can miss a lot of, it's the same perch fishing is always like that. You just use that in your pike fishing. And fish on. We might be able to do this challenge, Stevie boy. Right, should we get her back up, get the unhooking mat ready and everything, and have a look at her? She's well settled there, chilling out. Hook the bail up. She ain't going anywhere. Woohoo! Slide her in that weed. Oh, she's a long fish. Bit of weed in there. Right, 7 gram jig head on that lure as well. So I always put that jig head in that lure, that jig head, so that it's got a very slow drop on it as well. So quite often now on 15 gram jig heads, but I put a 7 gram on it, and then when you flick it out, you see it drops a lot slower. It gives you that that chance to get fish on the drop a little bit longer, which is exactly what happens. So, great. Come on, sweetheart, let's get you over here. Not you, Steve, the fish. Long fish, still very lean at this time of year, especially with that summer we've had. So gently get the net off it. Hey. Let's just lift it like that. There we go. There's no point in rushing. If she wants to have a flip, let her have a little flip, because all what will happen is you'll try and chin her and she'll flip while you're holding her, so you're only going to end up getting hurt and doing yourself and maybe her damage. So let her just calm down a little bit, no rash movements, and there we go, and gently lift like that. You can always use forceps, but you know, for me that's easier for me to do that like that, and always clear everything away, get that lure out the way, everything out the way. So the last thing you want is to be having a fish here and your lure was there and stand up with it or go to move with it and suddenly you've got a lure in your hand, so that's no good for anyone or the fish. So let's have a quick look at her, because she wants to go back, I don't doubt. There she is. Whoa. Lively. Let's put a bit of water on her. There we go. Have a bit of water on you, love. There she is. She's lean and very athletic looking. Again, long summer, hard summer for them as well. So should be piling on the weight soon. And then away you go. Brilliant. Spiky shad does it again. Classic lure. Time to get her back to where she came from. Whoa. Come on, sweetheart. Thank you very much, Stephen. We are making headway now. So we've got 2 pike in the back, 3 more lures to use. We've still got the big lure to use, which we can do, I'm sure. So I think the plan is we try and get 1 more pike from here on the big lure. I think I'm going to change the big lure, because it's just too deep in this venue for that shallow replicant. So I think we've got the pike, the realistic pike, and that's even longer than the replicant, so that's definitely a big lure. 25 centimetres, wow, that's a monster. But That's deep out there, 7-8 foot deep in the middle. I think I can catch from that. I hope I can. So I think we hammer this now, carry on walking. If we've got to do a mile or two, we do a mile or two, but just continually hammer. You don't like to look at that mile or two then. We're going to do a mile or two, Steve, and then we're going to just keep fan casting, just keep doing what we were doing, and try and get one more pike. If we get another pike from here, we have to go to another venue, because that's the challenge. We've got to do 5 lures of different sizes from big to smallest, and we've got to do 2 different venues. So we need to then move. Yeah. Fish topped.
Time now, 12:30.
Oh, dinner time. Right, let's go to the pub.
It'll get dark about 4:30, so I reckon you've probably realistically got about 3.5, 4 hours left.
Well, I think we need 2 hours at least on this venue to get one more pike. We've been lucky.
Yeah.
I think that big lure will be trickier. You've got to move it quick as well, because it is quite a big lure. I would have stuck, if I came here for a day's fishing on my own, I would have stuck with that spiky shad or the pro shad. That's what I would have used for a day's piking on the Somerset levels. I wouldn't have gone for a great big 25 centimetre, no chance. But you know, the challenge is the challenge, and that, you know, if I said I'll just come here and catch 5 pike on a spiky shad across the Somerset levels across 5 different rivers or something, that would be a really hard challenge if anyone wants to set me that, actually, because I'd really struggle to do that. But no, that wouldn't be overly hard depending on the day. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do. That is the plan.
Let's get going.
Okay, let's go. Fist bump again. Whee. Okay. Yeah, right under the rod tip, mate. Wow. Just as I reeled in, just there, I felt something. I reckon it hit the tail the first time it came in, because literally as that came back in the same spot again, that was it. Just engulfed it. Of course, an old warrior as well. It's got a few marks on it. That's 3 fish, Steve. That's 3 fish. 2 to go. I mean, 2 to go. That's good. Real old warrior of a fish. Looks a bit longer than the other one. Nice looking fish there. So chuffed. I knew that was a fish. You said that was a bit of weed. You know, when I brought it in across that thing there, that just goes to show the importance of just bringing that lure. If you think you had a pluck, cover that same line again and bring it right in, because that was there. That was end of the rod tip. Do you know what I mean? That fish has just led up there and took a hit at it last time, sunk back down and then nailed it again. Fantastic. Let's get her in the mat. Wow. A lure change, and we've done it. Well, we've not done it, but we've got now 3 on the big lures. Let's just show you this one, get her back, and then whoa, 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 whoa. Let's get her on up just a sec. Whoa, good girl, good girl. There we go. All right, there it is. That's the one, and that water pot. There we go. Bit longer. Whoa, 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 whoa. Always hold them above the mat. If she goes, this mat's got sides on it, and she isn't going to go anywhere really. She's going to flip about a bit, and then that's that. But lovely fish. Very energetic, great scrap. Took it nearly on the pause. Again, it just shows that they're following and they're waiting for that trigger point to be put in, and whether it's a pause or it's on the drop, either or, but that's the time when they're hitting the lures today. So keep with that, and there probably could be more to come, but we have to go perch fishing and another venue, so we've got to crack on. We're going to get this one back now, and fingers crossed I can complete this challenge. We've got a couple of hours left to get to the other venue and catch, so it's going to be tight, but we're on the right track, Stevie boy. Let's get her back then. Wow, I'm shattered. We've walked a long way, we've covered some ground. However, we have achieved what I wanted to achieve, and that is 3 fish from this one venue, which is classed as my first venue, on the biggest lure we do. In fact, there's one there, kind of, half out the packaging. Then we next one down, which was, oh yeah, Pro Shad, thanks Steve. and then we got one on the spiky shad as well. So that's great. That's great news. I mean, it's not going to stay very light for very long today because it is so overcast. So we haven't got that much time, I don't think. By the time we drive to another venue and look at it and hope it looks fishable, yeah, it's nearly 2 o'clock now. So yeah, we got a motor on, but I don't want to say that I think I can do it, Steve, because I think that would tempt fate. So I would hope that I can catch a couple of perch on, it's got to be a micro fry and a mini fry or a Xander Pro or something along that size, because then that is a huge range of lures to catch fish on in a day. So that's the one, Steve. Next venue, check it out, see if it looks all right. If it looks all right, then we commit and we fish it, and then we fingers crossed. If it don't look all right, we go to the next venue. Yeah? Fist bump, Steve, you're getting right into this, like down with the kids and everything. No one would think you're 30 next month, or the month after.
40, I'll take 40 because I'm 40.
Oh, right, no, you're honest. Right, right, let's go, Steve, it's time to go. So, we've got a big choice to make. We can do a canal, which is about 15 minutes away from here, to try and catch 2 perch on 2 different lures. Or we can go to a river, which is about the same distance away, to try and catch 2 perch on lures. There's no chance that we'll have enough time to get the 2 if one blanks. It is literally a 50-50. I wouldn't like to say none of the silverfish have hardly been active at all today. We've been along structure, bridges, locks, well, no locks, but structures, bridges. There's been nothing. They just haven't been active. And there should have been wasps and little small perch in the places we've been.
Flip a coin?
I could flip a coin, yeah, I will flip. Have you got a coin? Right. Legit as well, right.
What?
Heads is the river, and looks like some clover and a thistle or something.
Let's call that tails.
Yeah, tails is the canal. Right. Yeah. What was heads?
Was the river.
Just checking. River it is. River.
Oh.
Can you see me?
There we go. It's the river.
Yeah. Right. I fancy the canal now, but I'll keep the quid anyway. No, there's your quid back. But yeah, I think that's all we can do. The light is fading. It's going to be a struggle.
Right.
There might even be people fishing it.
What do you reckon? You're thinking the canal, aren't you?
The thing is, there's only one decent place where it's likely to be.
Perch in the canal.
No. Let's go to the river. We're going to the river.
Let's go.
Okay. Praise the Lord. There is a God. We've got about 15 minutes left. The chaps just told us that they're going to be closing the gate, so we can't get the car out of the car park. This perch has got leeches on it. I've never known such a perch give so much pleasure to one guy. Absolutely made up with that. Now I've got literally about 10-15 minutes, if that, to be able to try and catch another one on a bigger lure. Wish me luck, Steve. What a beautiful perch though, look at that. Perfection. Fantastic. Hey? Oh, fist bump as well. Thanks, mate. Okay, I'm going to rest that one in the net. So what happened was we tossed a coin, Steve's dodgy coin, which was head side heavy, and we said we're going to go to the river. I've been on the rivers today, I've looked at the rivers today, and we've had so much rain over the weekend, it just wasn't, I wasn't feeling it, it wasn't the one. So we've come down to the canal, we've just turned up. Like I said, a gatekeeper says he's shutting the gate in a minute. We've got zero time at all, and I've managed to catch one straight away on a micro spiky. So I'm going to change lure now, and I'll see if I can get a bigger one. They're usually peas of a pod, so there should well be another one down there, but fingers crossed. I'm just going to change lure and give it a go. The next lure, it's got to be a different size. It's got to be I don't know, hot olive. Hey? Sander Pro, hot olive. I think. Or do I do something bright? I just caught on something bright. Oh no. No, I'm going to go natural. So see what we can do with this one here. If I can get a fish on this, done it. Where's the net? Net's out there with the fish resting in it. Right, if I get one, I'll get it in quick. Right, let's just see. There's another fish down there. Yeah. Just gotta walk this wall though. Yes, yes, yes. that is challenge completed. You said I wouldn't catch 2. Steve had no faith in me. I caught on the little microfly. Let me just get the little microfly one out here. Whoa. I caught on the little microfly. Actually, after today, I didn't think I was going to catch straight away, to be honest, and I caught pretty much straight away on that one. Changed to the Xander Pro in hot olive, which is a classic natural pattern, and got that one. I am over the moon, Steve, because that is 2 challenges and 2 challenges completed. Who's this Mark Pictures bloke? You ever heard of him? You better tell him. You better tell him there's a new Mark Pictures in town. Look at that, fantastic.
Well done, mate. Well done.
Thank you. Challenge complete, and back they shall go. Hey, mwah, mwah. They mean a lot to me, those 2. There's one. Whoop, gone. And another one. Yes. Yes, mate. Yes. Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. When I had those pike, I thought they are on the munch today. And my God, we have been around and about the houses and we've seen no silver fry move at all. I vertical jigged in places where I would nearly bet my life. Probably wouldn't bet my life on it anymore, to be honest, but literally unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. You know, we've come down here, really coloured water and a little bit of vertical jigging alongside a wall. And as you can see, I mean, this is a canal. Canals don't move this quick. It is shifting. So, and it's really coloured. And there were 2 pieces of a pod, and that's all I needed. So happy days, everyone's a winner. Yes. So that's it. I've had 2 challenges. I'm not bigging myself up or bagging myself. Please don't send in any hard challenges, because that was seriously tough today. But I've completed 2 challenges as well. So I am absolutely over the moon with that, because fishing is fishing. If we could go out and guarantee to catch every time we went fishing, wow, imagine that. I blanked just as much as the rest of as anybody out there. You know, fishing can be tough. However, we got lucky earlier on, and we managed those 3 pike from 1 venue. And obviously I needed 2 venues for 5 species, or not 5 species, 5 fish on 5 different size lures. And I don't know how much you can see on camera now, but the light levels are seriously fading. The guy's about to shut the gate and told us as we pulled in, we're shutting that gate in a minute. We only had this little stretch here to do and just had the fingers crossed. And then when we got here, it's ripping through and it's brown. So to be able to get those 2 fish on 2 different lure sizes straight away as well, over the moon. So on to the next challenge. I think we might have a little secret thing going on in December as well, which could be exciting. And that's it. I think we're done and dusted. What do you think, Steve? Thank you very much. Much appreciated.